Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Samundra Paudel, and I'm an early childhood educator in training. Today, I'll be presenting a parent information session based on the program and practices at Angels Child Care Center. This session will give you an overview of our philosophy, our daily routines for toddlers aged 2 to 3 years, and the mixed curriculum approach we use to support children's learning and development. The purpose of today's presentation is to help families understand how we work, what we value, and how we ensure that every child feels safe, supported, and engaged in meaningful learning every day. I hope that by the end of the session, you will have a clear picture of how our center operates and how we partner with families to give children the very best start. Transition. Let's begin by looking at an overview of what we will cover today. Our center is located in the beautiful and family oriented suburb of New South Wales. We are fortunate to be part of a community that values connection, safety, and strong relationships, and these values are deeply reflected in the way we operate as an early childhood services. Families who join us quickly notice that the environment feels warm, calm, and welcoming from the moment they arrive. We operate as both a long day care service and a preschool program, which means we are able to meet the needs of a wide range of families. Our long day care hours provide flexibility for working parents, while our preschool program offers a structured and developmentally appropriate curriculum that supports children's learning in the years leading up to school. Our service is fully licensed and regulated under National Quality Framework or NQF. This means that everything we do, from staffing, ratios, and safety procedures to our curriculum and learning environments, is guided by national standards set by SXA. Being regulated under the NQF also ensures that we are constantly evaluating our practice and engaging in continuous improvement to maintain the highest quality of care. Most importantly, we are committed to creating a safe, nurturing, and play-rich learning environment for every child. We believe children learn very best when they feel secure, respected, and encouraged to explore at their own pace. Our educators focus on building strong relationships with children and families, and we design our learning environments to be engaging, stimulating, and inclusive. This commitment forms the foundation of everything we do at the Picnic Point Preschool and Child Care Center. And the next slide is our educational philosophy is at the heart of everything we do. We believe that children learn best when they are deeply engaged in meaningful play experiences, surrounded by educators who nurture them and supported by a community where they have a strong sense of belonging. Play is not just an activity, it is the foundation of learning in early childhood, helping children develop social, emotional, physical, and cognitive skills in a natural and joyful way. Our practice is guided by the Early Years Learning Framework version 2.0, which many of you may have heard referred to as the Early Year Learning Framework. This national framework emphasizes whole child development, cultural inclusion, and supporting children to be confident, connected, and involved learners. We use the Early Year Learning Framework outcomes to plan our curriculum, to assess children's progress, and to ensure our teaching practices are intentional and meaningful. We also hold a strong image of the child. We see children as capable, curious, and active participants in their own learning. This means we design environments and experiences that invite children to explore, ask questions, solve problems, and express their ideas in creative ways. Our role as educators is not just to instruct but to guide, support, and extend children's thinking. And finally, at Angels Child Care Center, partnerships with families are absolutely essential. We truly believe that parents and guardians are children's first and most influential teachers. Your insights, values, and aspirations for your child play a vital role in shaping our curriculum and ensuring that we provide learning experiences that are meaningful, culturally respectful, and responsive to each family needs. And the next slide is our pedagogical approach. At Angels Child Care Center, we use a mixed pedagogical approach, which means we draw thoughtfully from a range of evidence based educational philosophies. This helps us create a balanced and flexible program that supports the unique needs of toddlers aged 2 to 3 years. The first approach we draw from is the Reggio Emilia philosophy. This means we deeply value children's natural curiosity and creativity. You will often see our toddlers exploring open-ended resources, engaging in sensory play, or participating in a small investigation that build into longer projects. In Reggio, inspired learning, the environment is considered the third teacher. So we create inviting spaces that encourage the children to ask questions, experiment, and express themselves in a range of ways through art, movement, construction, and storytelling. We also incorporate key ideas from the Montessori approach. For toddlers, this includes promoting independence, offering real life materials, and encouraging children to make choices within safe and structured boundaries. You might notice low shelf child sized tools and practical life activities such as pouring, sorting, transferring, and cleaning. These experiences help children build concentration, confidence, and fine motor skills. At the same time, we remain consistent with Australian place-based learning experiences, which aligns with the early years learning framework version 2.0. This ensures that play relationships and intentional teaching remain central to everything we do. Our educators observe children closely and use those observations to plan experiences that extend their thinking, challenge their abilities, and support the development of early literacy, numeracy, social emotional skills, and physical coordination. And the next slide is our daily routine. Our toddler room follows a daily routine that is predictable, nurturing, and developmentally appropriate for children aged 2 to 3. We use this routine to create a sense of security and stability, which helps toddlers feel confident and ready to learn throughout the day. We begin the morning with arrival time and free exploration. This allows children to settle in at their own pace and choose activities that interest them, such as blocks, puzzles, drawings, or dramatic play. These calm, self directed experiences help them transition smoothly from home to the center. As the morning progresses, we moved into a combination of indoor learning experiences and outdoor play. Indoors, educators set up invitations to play based on the children's interest, such as sensory activities, art experiences, construction, or early numeracy play. Outdoors, children are encouraged to run, climb, explore natural elements, and develop gross motor skills in a safe and stimulating environment. We then gather for morning tea, followed by more structured or group based experiences such as music and movement, story time, or group discussion that builds toddlers' language, tone taking, and listening skills. Around midday, we transition to lunch and rest time. Rest looks different for each child. Some will sleep, while others may engage in quiet activities like books, soft toys, or gentle sensory play. We follow each child's individual needs and comfort levels to support healthy sleep routines in the afternoon after waking up and having afternoon tea. And the next slide is curriculum of learning program. A rich play-based approach, meaning that learning is embedded in rich, meaningful experiences that children naturally navigate towards. For example, during block play, children develop early numeracy, spatial awareness, and problem-solving skills. In pretend play, we see language development, social negotiation, emotional expression, and creativity unfold. Play is purposeful, and our educators observe closely to understand how to extend each child's learning. A key part of our curriculum is intentional teaching. Our curriculum is thoughtfully designed using the Early Years Learning Framework version 2.0, which is the national framework that guides high quality early childhood practice across Australia. This documentation not only supports ongoing assessment but also helps us share your child's progress with you. It ensures our planning remains responsive to children's strength, interest, emerging skills, and cultural identities. And the next slide is staffing organization. At Angels Child Care Center, we have a strong and well-structured staffing system to ensure that children receive high-quality care, education, and emotional support throughout the day. Our team indicates a central director who oversees the overall operation of the service, ensures compliance with regulations, and leads communication with families. We also have an education leader whose role is to guide and support our education in curriculum planning, documentation, and implementing high quality teaching practices. Our teaching team includes early childhood teachers, diploma qualified educators, and certificate 3 educators who work collaboratively to create enriching, safe, and developmentally appropriate learning environments. Each educator brings unique strength, cultural knowledge, and professional experience that enrich our program. This approach helps children develop secure attachments, build trust, and strengthen communication between families and our teams. It also ensures consistency, which is especially important for toddlers who rely heavily on predictability and connection. And the next slide is key policies and safeties. At Angel Child Care Center, keeping children safe is our highest priority, and we have a comprehensive set of policies and procedures that guide our daily practice. All of these policies are aligned with the National Quality Framework, which ensures high standard in health, safety, and well-being across early childhood services in Australia. One of the most important policies we follow is the Child Safe Standards, which ensures that center provides a safe and protective environment for every child. These standards promote strong safeguarding practices, respectful relationships, and a culture where children's voices are heard and valued. All educators complete mandatory child protection training, and we take immediate actions to address any concerns relating to children's safety or well-being. All of these policies work together to create a safe, consistent, and nurturing environment where children can thrive, explore, and learn confidently and every day. The next slide is orientation and transition. At Angels Child Care Center, we deeply value our partnerships with families. We believe that um, sorry, our orientation process is an essential part of supporting children to feel safe, confident, and ready to begin their learning journey with us. We know that starting at a new early learning center can be a big step, not only for the children but also for families. That is why we aim to make the experience calm, gradual, and nurturing. We begin by offering orientation visits where families are invited to spend time in the center before the official start date. During these visits, children have the opportunity to explore the room, interact with educators, and become familiar with the toys, routines, and environment. These small positive experiences help reduce separation, anxiety, and build trust in the new setting. Throughout the setting in process, we maintain ongoing communication, sharing updates about how your child is coping and what they enjoyed, and how we can work together to support their transition. And the next slide is community connections. This slide focuses on how Angels Child Care Center builds strong community relationship to support children's learning and well-being. Our center actively builds partnerships with local community organizations to support children's sense of belonging, emphasizes that community engagement is a key part of the early years learning framework, especially under outcomes 1 and 2. Children feeling connected and contributing to their world. Mention that positive community links help children see themselves as part of a broader social network, not just a classroom environment. We engage with nearby libraries, parks, and classrooms, providing examples, visiting the local picnic point, library for story session, nature walks at the nearby George River National Park, or hosting visit from firefighters or police officers. Overall, our community partnerships reflect our center commitment to create a connected, supportive environment that enriches every child's learning journey. To conclude, I will briefly summarize the key ideas presented today. This presentation highlighted our center's philosophy, routines, curriculum approach, and commitment to safe, inclusive practice. Recap previous slides, the importance of a child-centered philosophy, predictable routines, and high-quality learning experiences. Angels Child Care Center provides a nurturing, play-rich environment that supports toddlers' holistic development, reinforce that toddlers learn socially, emotionally, physically, and cognitively through secure relationships and play. Our mixed curriculum model ensures that learning is intentional, responsive, and aligned with the earlier learning standard. Overall, our center remains committed to providing quality earlier learning that respects each child, values diversity, and promotes confident, capable learners. And the next slide is. For the final slide, I will share my personal reflection on preparing this assessment. Preparing this presentation deepened my understanding of how central philosophy guides everyday practice. Explain that the philosophy is not just a instrument; it influences programming, interactions, environments, and decision making. I gained stronger insight into how routines, relationships, and curriculum decisions shape toddlers' learning experiences. Mentioned that creating realistic routines helped you think about children's needs, staffing, and developmental stages. Highlight how toddlers rely on secure, predictable routines. Reflecting on the early learning framework and national quality standard helped me recognize the importance of intentional, inclusive, and culturally responsive pedagogy. Note that principles such as secure relationship, respect for diversity, and higher expectation became clearer during the process. Mention that inclusion is especially important in a multicultural community like Picnic Point. This process strengthened my confidence in linking to theory practice and articulating my role as an emerging educator. Overall, this reflection has shown me how much I have learned and how prepared I feel to contribute meaningfully to high quality early childhood education. So here are the references that I took from the reliable sources, and in this way I have finished my presentation. Thank you.